When we imagine the ocean, we think of waves, marine life, and exploration. But under the surface lies a hidden battle between nature and human technology. One of the most persistent and underestimated enemies of both ships and sea creatures is something very small: barnacles. Spiral shell, what are barnacles and why do they stick? Barnacles are a type of crustacean, relatives of crabs and lobsters, that live their adult lives stuck in one place. When barnacle larvae are born, they drift freely in the ocean, searching for the perfect surface to settle on. But what makes a surface perfect? Barnacles look for hard, still, submerged surfaces, and they especially prefer ones in warm, nutrient-rich waters. Once they find a spot, they secrete a natural glue that is one of the strongest adhesives in the animal kingdom. Then they build a hard calcium shell to protect themselves and begin filter feeding plankton to water. Unfortunately, boats and sea turtles make ideal real estate. Speedboat, why barnacles attach to boats? Ships offer everything barnacles want: large, smooth, stable surfaces that stay in the water for months or years. Constant exposure to plankton-rich currents. Lack of predators. Once one barnacle settles, others follow. Over time, they form dense colonies, often several centimeters thick. These colonies trap sediments and create pockets where algae, mussels, and tube worms can also take hold. As this marine growth builds up, the boat becomes heavier and rougher. The consequences? Increased drag in the water, slowing the vessel down by up to 30%. Higher fuel consumption, sometimes 40 to 50% more than usual. Damage to hull paint, leading to corrosion, leaks, and expensive repairs. Obstruction of sensors, propellers, rudders, and cooling systems. In commercial shipping, barnacle buildup can cost millions of dollars per year in fuel and maintenance. But the problem isn't just economic. Why barnacles attach to sea turtles and other marine animals. In nature, barnacles also attach to marine creatures, including whales, dolphins, sharks, crabs, and especially sea turtles. While some barnacle species are harmless, others dig into soft tissue or cause infection and injury. Sick, injured, or weak turtles move slowly, which gives barnacle larvae time to settle. Turtles that live in polluted or enclosed waters, like ports or fishing areas, are especially vulnerable. When barnacles attach in large numbers to a turtle's shell, flippers, or eyes, it causes reduced swimming ability, difficulty diving to eat or escape predators, wounds, bleeding, and infection, increased exposure to predators. In some extreme cases, turtles are found completely covered in barnacles, so much that they float helplessly at the surface, starving, dehydrated, and slowly dying. It's a tragic sight, and one that's becoming more common. Hammer and wrench the long, difficult job of barnacle removal. To fight this problem, ships need regular hull cleaning. Traditionally, this is done by lifting the boat into a dry dock, using metal scrapers, grinders, and high-pressure water jets to remove the barnacles, cleaning the propellers, shafts, rudders, and bilge areas where growth is thickest. This job is physically demanding, time-consuming, and can take several days depending on the size of the vessel. Workers wear protective gear, as many of the barnacles have sharp shells and may carry toxic substances absorbed from the ship's paint. The barnacles that are removed cannot be reused or thrown back into the sea. They are treated as marine waste, often sent to hazardous waste facilities. TurtTube modern technology, a cleaner, safer future. To reduce the need for manual scraping, modern technology is stepping in. ROVs, remotely operated vehicles, can clean ship hulls underwater using rotating brushes and suction systems. These robots reduce the risk to divers and allow ships to be cleaned without dry docking. Ultrasonic systems prevent barnacle larvae from attaching by vibrating the hull at high frequencies. Air bubble curtain systems create a constant stream of bubbles along the hull, disturbing larvae before they can settle. Eco-friendly anti-fouling paints use copper-free and biocide-free formulas to discourage barnacle attachment without poisoning the marine environment. These methods are safer, faster, and more sustainable. They also reduce the number of toxic barnacles that can end up in the ocean, warning the broader environmental impact. Barnacle overgrowth affects more than just boats and turtles. Fishing nets covered in barnacles become heavier and more damaging, killing unintended species, known as bycatch. Buoys and anchors lose visibility or become navigation hazards. Drifting marine debris like plastic waste and ghost nets become mobile death traps once barnacles settle on them, attracting fish and turtles before entangling or poisoning them. Barnacles can even transport invasive species across oceans, disrupting fragile ecosystems. In short, they're small, but their consequences are enormous. Waterway prevention and rescue. What we can do. For boats, regular cleaning, modern paints, and robot-assisted maintenance help reduce fouling. For sea turtles, rescue organizations and volunteers monitor turtles in distress, gently remove barnacles by hand, treat wounds, and help rehabilitate the animals before releasing them back into the ocean. For everyone, reducing plastic use, supporting marine conservation, and properly disposing of waste makes a huge difference. Loudspeaker final thought: respect for the ocean. Barnacles are not evil. They are just part of nature, trying to survive. But when human activities create unnatural surfaces, like metal ships and plastic trash, we change the balance of the ocean. That's when barnacles become a problem, not just for us, but for the beautiful creatures that call the sea their home. So let's keep our boats clean, our technology smart, and our oceans safe. Let's give turtles a fighting chance to swim free. And let's remember, even the smallest creatures deserve our attention, because in the ocean, everything is connected.